Hello, day one. I'm leaving VA 42. It's a parking lot starting. It rained all night last night, and this stream is showing that. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, got out a little bit late due to the rain and everything. In between rain right now. And yeah, this is the start of day one. Hello there. So as I was saying in the stream, there's day one. I'm going up a little area, but I'm going to be breathing hard at the beginning here since I'm so far out of shape. So I decided I'd just stop and talk to you guys before. So today I was going to try to do better than last year and try to give you what's going on this morning, a little bit of a brief yesterday, and then at the end I'll close out. And today's going to be a short day, partially because I stayed at the quarterway inn. I was going to stay another night, but all the bunks are full because it's supposed to rain tonight all night, and it's about 40 degrees outside, so it's a little chilly and a lot of concern, and winds are supposed to pick up to 20 miles an hour today. So those are the forecasts, which is kind of yucky. There is a river forge in about 5 miles, and people are saying it's way steep there. And having it be my first day and everything, and talking to Quarterway Inn Tina, I said, Tina, am I being dumb going out right now for my first day? And she goes, no, but you are in a position you could make a stupid decision. And I said, like what? And she said, by crossing the river, if it's too deep, because you can get everything wet. So, based on that, another short day, like to set up my tent at this river crossing and see how high it is. She said it could be waist deep. And since I've never done a river crossing and it's very cold water and I have to sleep outside tonight in the rain, I think I might wait for the forecast to let the water go down a little bit, or someone passes me that, they check it out first and they'll wait on the other side of the river for me to make sure I make it. It would make me more comfortable. So that's kind of my plans for today. And I do have a very heavy backpack, and being overweight, I'm going to have to go really slow. So this fits into the whole thing. So again, right now it is not raining. Heard a little thunderclap just a minute ago, so I'm going to get going. This is exciting. Not the best first day I wanted, but I'm excited. I'm excited to get my tent set up before the rains, and then I'm just going to hunker down. All right, we'll see you down trail. Hello. Let's have a ninja story this morning. How about that? So winds are starting to pick up a little bit, and I'm in this, I got a mountain blocking the wind, so I thought I'd share with you my story and also just give you an update. Rain's starting to come in, and before the rains and the winds come, thought I'd get something to you guys before that. Also, this is relatively flat. I did my first climb. I think I had to stop 4 times for something I used to blow by earlier, but I have no trail legs right now. So, ninja story. So this morning, trying to find out, get ready, got a text from Cruise Control from last year's 2023 hike. And it basically said, Ninja, this is the day we met at Standing Bear, and we slept, we had a bunkhouse together with him. And he said, I was just thinking about you. We just wanted to touch base with you. He didn't know I was back out here. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's just the magic of the Appalachian Trail. So I texted him back, said, always good to hear from you. And by the way, he did finish all the way to Katahdin. It's one of my true heroes. I basically said, good hearing from you. You won't believe it, but I'm starting my hike today in Southern Virginia. So he texted back and he goes, that's great, keep me posted. And he said, whatever you do, if you have any inkling to stop, please call me. He said, I want to be your support. Is that cool or what? That's so great. That's so great. So, cruise control, thank you for your words. Thank you for your support. But that's my story for the morning. And hopefully I'll be able to get back to you. So I have to laugh. I just made a 500-foot climb. I'm dead. I gotta rest. But you have this picture of what your first day is gonna look like. Usually the sun's out, beautiful, somewhat like yesterday. And today, I have rain. I have sleet coming down right now, if you can hear it. Winds picked up. And if you want to go to the reverse side of what your day doesn't want to be, is wet, being in a tent, going to get into low 40s, 20-mile-an-hour winds. Welcome to my day. So, I'm looking at this as a challenge, but I was hiking up just a minute ago, breathing hard, and all these pellets started hitting me. And I'm like, seriously? Are you kidding me? But it is warm, so that's the good thing. Okay, just wanted to give you a heads up. Got about another 50-foot climb here, so I'm gonna put this away. So I'm walking here, thinking of how am I gonna fill this time on a YouTube channel so that people will watch and everything. And so what just popped into my mind, probably should tell you what my YouTube channel's for. How about that? So last year I had a private Facebook channel, and it was just when I could post out there, but I was so tired all the time. I didn't keep it up very well, but I did my best. Yeah, I say for my first time, I did okay. Not the best, but I decided this year, out of possibly ignorance, I go over to YouTube because I learned how to schedule my videos in YouTube. I was like, that's what I really need to do. Because what happens, since you don't have cell phone service here, you go for maybe 3 or 4 days until you do get to a hostel or something where you have cell service, and you upload all your videos. So just went uphill, had to stop. So back to, you upload your videos back in the hotel. What I was finding, I would release 3 or 4 days in a row. And that's beautiful behind me. Oh, it's beautiful. So the reason why I said out of ignorance is later on my oldest son told me, well, Dad, you can do that on Facebook too. And sure enough, you can do that in Facebook. But I'm getting off track, but I did choose to do a little bit of research on YouTube and decided to go that route. And I'll put stuff out on Facebook, but that'll just be pictures, and then the videos will be on YouTube. So when I was researching this, sitting in my recliner, which is worn out because I sat there so much, I went out for a search on YouTube of how to make a YouTube video. And what I got was something that was more for people that want to make money and everything. But at the heart of it, they said, well, you need to know what your YouTube channel is for. So with that said, and the background I just gave you, this is what my YouTube channel is for. First and foremost, as I look back last year, I had forgotten many of my memories from last year. And looking at my videos and pictures, it brought back some great memories that, quite honestly, my memory's not like what it used to be, and it helps me remember what it was like out on the trail. So the thing I guess I would tell you, this is very selfish, the YouTube channel is for me to make sure I can remember my trip. With that said, the second audience I'm looking at is my family. and my friends. I'm really looking for them to, if they're interested on my safety or just what I'm doing, they can go out there and look at it. And hopefully for some of my friends, it will give them some motivation and maybe they'll have an interest in doing something like this. For others, it's just like, that dumb nut, look what he's doing. Doesn't he know he should be back in his recliner? But whatever, it's for those folks that want to keep up with me. And what I have left out is, I'm sorry, but, and please don't hold it against me, but it's not for a general audience. I'm not trying to educate anyone. Sure, if you ask me questions, I'll try to answer them, but primarily for family, friends, and my memory banks. So, with that said, some things that I say on this channel, you will like, why the hell is he doing that? And one of them, right off the bat, is I'm going to try to give you the date and the conditions and everything in the morning, because quite honestly, that most of the time will give you some idea of where my noodle is for that day. My noodle is my brain. And so last year I didn't do that as much. I did start it at the end, but didn't really give you an account of what was going through that morning and what that morning might have been like, possibly the night before. So again, trying to remember those things and where they occurred is what I'm trying to do. With that said, you're going to find that a lot of YouTubers will tell you what day they are at, but they won't tell you the date or, you know, the time, because we're always lagging, and they want you to have that life experience of like walking right next to them in real time. So I'm sorry, but I think for me, based on the reasons I gave you, I'm going to be telling you, and yes, you won't be in live real time, but I apologize, and please, I'm sorry, but I hope you understand. The second thing is, last year I met so many great people, and I shied away from talking about those great people and everything. Some I did talk about, others, but some of the things that make the AT so special, I failed to share with those folks. So sometimes in the day, when especially after I stay at a hospital or something, I'll try to share with you kind of the camaraderie, the friendships, and just kind of what's going on in that area. And finally, I will try to tell you what, at the end of the day, what happened and where I'm staying, etc., etc. So those are things that I did not do too well last year. And I'll try to do better this year. So I know this is long, and I'm sorry, but just wanted to let you know kind of what I'm doing and why I'm doing the YouTube channel. All right, catch you soon. The Ninja here. I'm at mile marker 561.5, and I got to cross these little waterways here, which is, I'm kind of excited. It's and you got to put some thought in it, and it's just not walking. And I guess, let me put it this way, I'm trying to keep my feet wet because it hasn't rained in 30 minutes, been out of the wind, and quite honestly, I'm having a fantastic day. So this is on the side of the mountain. Again, I'm about 2,500 feet. You go down to about 2,300 feet before we start climbing again. So we most likely will have another crossing. And then I go up for a little ways. And yeah, so this is just one of the tributaries that is going to flow into the river crossing that I need to do later. So all hikers, when you get here, you say, where's the place most likely to cross? And I have three choices. And choice number one is those rocks there go over. Choice number two is right there. But choice number three is the one I'm picking is right there. And so wish me luck. I'm trying to keep dry feet for a while, and we'll catch up with you down the trail. Look at this. The sun is out. Gorgeous day. Same day I saw sleep earlier. Hey, I just got passed by Photo, who stayed at the Fort Away Inn too. Photo was a teacher, retired now, has done 38 marathons, and is averaging 20 miles a day. And very nice guy. Loved it this morning. He was very optimistic guy, and I think he brought the sun out for us. I got about 100 feet more of climb for the last hill before I start going to that river crossing. And he's too fast. I think he'll be gone by river crossing unless he stopped and he won't cross. But I might wait for someone else and decide whether to do the river crossing today or tomorrow. About 12:30 in the daytime. I don't have any problems with sunlight, but I do. The next mountain is a 4-mile climb. I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow morning. Because to be honest with you, I'm a tired little pup right now. All right, let me get this little climb out of the way, and we'll catch up with you later. So I'm on my downhill to Lick Creek, where we have to do the crossing. I'm at 561, I believe. I think it's 1.2 miles of downhill. Just want to, and it's about, I think I said, it's about 1 o'clock in the daytime. So, this is kind of exciting and nervous wracking. I don't know what it's going to be like. I've only had one hiker out here pass me, so Tina back at the Fort Away Inn said make sure you do them in pairs. I know a guy's coming back doing a slack pack of 20 miles, and I haven't seen him yet. So I'm hoping that I will meet up with someone. So I want to do it in pairs. And here's my thinking right now. It hasn't rained in like 2 hours. And if and the water's been running down, right? And there's no standing water on the trail crossing at the top of this, okay? So meaning a lot of the water into the tributaries from the top of the mountains is already being down. So before the rains come tonight, it might be a good idea to forage the river today, get wet, and get that behind me and hike and tent on the other side of the river. Or if it's too high or I don't see any hikers, that are going to forge it, then I'll sleep on this side of the river with the risk that we have torrential downpours tonight and I have to wait until midday to let it recede again. So that's what's going through my mind. It's exciting. It's a little bit anxious. Just the unknown of doing a river. I've never forged a river in my life, nor, I don't know, it's kind of exciting. So Tina has given me the rules of crossing the river, and I'm going to abide by those rivers, and it starts out with don't do it alone. So once I make that decision, might come back. I know this video is going to be very long on my first day, and I apologize, but kind of excited and also trying to lay the groundwork for future ones. All right, I'm gonna get off now. So I made it to Lick Creek Gap, or the creek, and you can see this is what I gotta cross in a minute. Over there you can see, let me get it in. It looks like it's about 2.5 feet deep at this time. This is the rope used to cross it. So I'm going to give you what Tina has told me and what that sign said back there. And the number one thing is a lot of people didn't know if this rope's here. And I just talked to a guy coming southbound, and I was thankful for that. And he said it was up to his crotch. He's about 6'2" or 6'1", somewhere. So I'm thinking this is going to be about Dinkler range on me. And how he crossed it is he kept his backpack on. He held on to the rope all the way across. He did take his shoes off, and so he was telling me I should do that. So based on what Tina told me, these are the, and he did not have a spotter. So this is what Tina told me before I left on crossing this. She said, number one, don't take your shoes off, because if there's slippery rocks down there, if you cut your foot, there's no one can come out here and give you assistance. Number two, if you can, have a spotter. Number three, she said, take your backpack off and put it on this rope and tie it to the rope, and make sure you just push it across as you go. And number four, she said, when you're crossing, face upstream, so if any logs are coming down or any debris, you can see and it doesn't hit you in the back. So based on all that information, and knowing it's getting down to 40 degrees tonight, knowing I've only seen 2 hikers, and there's only a potential of 1 more hiker today that would be coming through at this point, this is my game plan. Number one, I'm going to take my backpack off and put it on this rope, push it across. Number two, I'm going to keep my shoes on, even though they're going to get wet and I'm going to be cold, because I don't want to cut and I don't want to be out here by myself and trying to administer something. And if I did cut my foot, the current probably would take, because I would lose my balance and go in. Number three, I'm going to keep one hand on the rope and one pole out, go through that. But finally, I'm not going to wait for that spotter, so I'm going to do it. So you won't see me until I'm on the other side, or if something goes wrong, sorry. But I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to get ready now and prepared. I'll let you see what I got going once I get everything set up here, okay? All right, we'll see you. Here's my backpack arrangement. One of my biggest concerns is in this right here is going to be my phone, and I would be in deep shit if my phone gets wet. So I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take off my rain pants and my jacket right now and put it on the top right in this area right here. So as I go across, I'm just down in my skivvies, and maybe I won't be too cold. I did get my feet wet, and I think the one thing for me that's going to be the hardest thing is the shock of the cold water. I know water's about 40 degrees, and those that know me, Jeff doesn't do water very good, especially cold water. So I'm going to get down there to that. I'm going to put my one hiking pole. It's going to stay with me. I'm going to have one hand on the rope, and the other hiking pole I'm going to put on top of this. So wish me luck. This is the last time until hopefully on the other side I can give you my sass. Isn't this exciting, fun, and dramatic? You know, the only thing I can see right now, you see on that other side, I have a little concern that the rope will be too high on the tree, because that's like 9 feet. So I'm a little bit nervous about being halfway across. Matter of fact, I'm a lot nervous, which makes me abandon this decision right now. So this was a great idea. With the water only being 3.5, hopefully my torso being about that, I think I'm going to put my backpack on. Well, I think what I'm going to do, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to get halfway across and then take the backpack off and carry it the rest of the way. So this is a little bit of a complicating factor because somewhere in the middle here, I'm going to have to change game plans, which makes me more nervous about my phone. So now the phone is going to go around my neck. And I'm going to rethink this. And so stay tuned and I'll tell you what I did at the end of this. All right, everyone. I made it. I am so stoked. Oh, I know I'm by myself, but let me tell you about it. So I ended up putting my bag on. I kept the bag on the rope. I took my rain pants off. And my first step, and I had my two staking poles. I went with Tina's idea, and I don't think I said this. She said, Jeff, don't hang on the rope. Use both of your trekking poles so you can have 3 points of contact. And so I'm so excited. I'm sorry this is so long, but so the first step I got in, it was all mud, and the current was ferocious. And also, it's cold. And so I lost my balance and almost just bit the big one right away because I didn't have my 3 points. I didn't think like a foot in, but it's all mud on the side. So I took another step, taking my time, and I found rocks. So then what I did is I moved in about 6-inch increments, picked up my my backpacks because the rope would actually cut into my straps. So I kept on picking it up and moving it. And this current is so strong that one of my poles was vibrating from just being at resonant frequency. Oh, I'm sorry. At just being the power of the current coming, and it was vibrating even though I had it stuck into the ground. So I got all the way, and the concern I had about it being too high at the end, idea of it being too high at the end, that little blue rope, I tied that around my hand, and then I unclicked my backpack and was able to make it to the shoreline because the current on this side is blocked by these trees jetting out. So the current on this side and that little hole right in there is like swirling. I'm so excited. This reminds me of fluid dynamics when I went to school. So I knew that area where it's just churning there was not going to be very strong current. So I was able to clip off. So the one thing that I wasn't ready for and no one told me about is I have frozen feet and frozen legs, like numbing. I've got to start walking. I was going to camp here, but I got to start walking to get some blood into my toes or I'm in trouble. So I will let you go here, but it was very exciting. I'm so excited. I've got this out of the way. I'm going to look for a campsite here now, but I got to get my feet moving and get some blood circulating them because I can feel them with a little bit throbbing right now. Okay, it's 4:46. I'm at my tent site. I'll come to you in a minute. It's going to really rain. Winds are at 20 to 25 miles an hour, gust at 40. But if you look behind my head, right there, that's my bear hang right now. And so I just got that. Wasn't able to eat tonight. I had some honey. That was very concerning. I don't want honey on me because I'm so alone out here right now. On some flatbread, 2 pieces of flatbread and honey. And since breakfast, that's the only thing I've eaten. So tomorrow morning when the weather's better, I will take care of that. But as a shelter, you can still cook and all, but when you're in your tent outside, you can't do it anymore. So there's my bag. And this stick right here, I put it across the trail and it points to the bag. So in the morning, I can find it because I'm right in the middle of all the forest. And this is the Appalachian Trail right here. Walking up here, I'll show you. And I'll summarize when I get in my tent, but I'm kind of trying to stay warm. I think the temperature is not very kind right now. And I'm a little bit scared. I got to get out of these wet shoes and make sure I'm good. So, this is my tent. Terrible tent.